Hi everyone, it's Di from Di's Den here. I would like to show you how I made this beautiful little box. It's some of the colours here of papers that have now retired, and so I was just using them up as by the time this goes to air I will no longer be working full time, and I thought I would like to make these as a little gift for the girls that I work with. So I've used some non-Stampin' Up products on these, as well as Stampin' Up products, and that look like little compacts, and I put up here in the top corner, Miss You. So, and they hold a Kit Kat bar. So this is the 4-finger one. So I'm going to show you how I made these. Now I have seen these on a website, but for the life of me I can't remember the name of the person that demonstrated that did any of these things. So I'm going to say thank you for your inspiration on me making these, but as I say, I can't remember your name, but thank you anyway. So I will show you how I made mine. So let's pop them out the way and I will tell you what we need. And it's not a real lot of stuff. We need, for the base of the box, we need a piece of card that measures 6 3/4 by 5 inches, and this is in Merlot, I think it's called. And for the lid it's 3 inches by 4 inches. I have used the ornate dies, which are new, and they come out on the 3rd of June, 2nd of June, something like that. And these are the ornate layer dies, and they can be purchased beforehand as a pre-order. And they're absolutely gorgeous, they're absolutely gorgeous. So this is the die from this set here. So that's the die we're going to be using. Oh, I think they're absolutely fantastic. I love them. I absolutely love them. So, and they are in the new 2021 catalogue. So look out for them. So that's what we're going to be using. So we need a piece of card to cut that out, and that measures, let's see, I did write it down. Where did I put it? 3 inches by 4 inches, that's what I used there. That was easy because it cut off there. So I've already done that. As you know, I don't bring the big shot in because it's too heavy for me to lift. So I've already cut that out. So we've done that. And the other bit we need is a piece of mirror card or silver foil card, which measures 3 3/4 inches by 2 1/4 inches. All we're going to need then is you need your your daisy punch, and I've actually didn't bring my daisy punch in again because I'd already started. I've already made 4, so, and I've got enough to make another 4 here. So you need this piece here, the petals, just for the handle of the applicator here. So we're just going to chop one of them off when we get to that, and we're going to use the leaf punch, this leaf here, to make the top of the applicator here, and I will show you what I did to make that. And so you just need a piece of scrap white for that. And then we need some glimmer paper. Now I have a variety of stuff that's actually retired or whatever, and so I've got a variety of colours. So I've got pink, looks like Bermuda Bay, oops, this is a grey colour, gold, red and white. If you've only got white, that's fine. You can actually colour this with your blender pens so that you can actually make the colours you want. But I've already had these in my stash, so I thought, well, why not use them up? And for that, for the little rings here, we need our 1-inch circle punch. So I think that's about everything we need. Now, to stamp on your mirror card, you do need stays on ink. It will not stay on there otherwise. And the stamp that I'm using is not a Stampin' Up stamp. It's one that I just found I had in my stash that I liked because I like the words "miss you," because I'm going to miss everybody at work, and unfortunately that's the nature of things. So we'll get stuck into all of this, and I'll show you how we made them. So I'm going to bring my scoreboard into the picture. So we're going to score this on the short side we're going to score this at 1/2 inch and 4.5 inches. And then on the long side we're going to pop this in, and we're going to score this at 1 3/4 inches, 2 1/4 inches, 4 3/4 inches, oops, went a bit off there, I'll fix that up after that, and 5 1/4 inches. So let's turn that over and just push that back out. There we go, all done. So no one will notice it. And then while we've got a scoreboard here, we might as well score our other piece, which has a short piece, and on the short side, which is the 3-inch side, we're going to score this at 1/2 inch. And that's all our scoring that's done. So now we're going to put that board on the floor, and we're going to fold and burnish all these score lines on our largest piece, which is our box piece. So I think this is a great project. It's, again, we're all in a situation at the present time where we're all feeling a bit down, so this would be a great project just for somebody who just needs a bit of a pick-me-up. So we have a long piece, a square, long piece, square, long piece. So we're going to cut up to the score line on those, and then we're going to notch those in like so. Hey! And I'm going to just pop that bit in there and there as well. Not on the long one. So here again we're going to cut up to here and here. And we're going to just notch these two end ones as well. Just a little bit. It makes it just go together a bit nicer. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So notch those two little bits up, and these two other sides up a tiny bit as well, and the other end the same. And that's all our cutting done for our card, our box. So let's move all our rubbish out of the way, and we're going to just use some tear and tape on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some tear and tape on these two long pieces either end. So we just need a bit of tear and tape on the inside of these. Okay. Then with this we're going to put it on the inside of the long one. I think it's the inside of the long one. Let me see. Yes, the inside of the long one. One side's a bit longer than the other, and on the outside of the shortest end. So we're going to pop them on there like that, and we're going to give them a bit of a burnish down so that they stick really nicely that way. So that's that. So we're going to bring in our Kit Kat bar, and for me I'm just going to bring in a bit of sticky tape, and I'm going to just stick these ends down because I don't like them sticking up, and just pop a tiny bit of tape on the end there just to stick it down out of the way so it doesn't get in the way when we're building our little box. So that's just my idea of getting them in out of the way. You may think, oh well, you don't want to do that, and that's fine. So now we're going to pop our Kit Kat inside our box, and we're going to pull the top over, and we're going to pull off the tape, and we're going to pull off the tape on the other end as well, and pull that across, making sure that these crease lines here, these score lines, match up on both sides. So, and then we just use our tool just to make sure that sits down nice and neat. So now we're going to just pop this in. We're going to lift this end up, and we're going to pop these two little pieces in either end, and our top piece down, which is the two joined pieces, and then we're going to glue that off on this end here. So we've now glued our little bar inside on that end, so we'll do exactly the same the other side. So the small tiny bits in, then the side which has got the join on it in, pull the tape off the other one and pull that down, and our little Kit Kat bar is now enclosed inside our little box. So let's bring in the lid and let's burnish, fold and burnish this score line down here and pop a bit more tape on this one. So we're going to pop this on the inside again of our lid along the small section there, so like on that small section, and we're going to pop our tape off, and we're going to now, if you've got a rougher end than the other, use the put the rough end behind it. Just pop this on the top so that it folds over the edge, and then push it down nicely, and then make sure it's nice and firm. There we go, that's how compact looking. So we might as well put our ornate piece on. It's out of the way then. So let's pop a piece of tape through the middle. Oops, there's my bit of tape through the middle, and I'm just going to use a bit of runner tape along the edges, just so that it doesn't stick up. That way you can also see, like in my case, there was this one part that didn't pop out. So we can do that, and then we can pull off our tape and put that onto the front of our card, our box. This just gives a nice ornate look. Huh, isn't that funny? Ornate set, ornate look. So there we go. So there's the front of our card done there. So with our mirror piece, we're going to then stamp this. Now in my case, you've got to use stays on, because it will not, otherwise it won't dry. This is not a Stampin' Up stamp, it says Miss You, and I'm doing this because for the reasons I've already said. So we're going to pop that in the top corner and pop the lid back on that, and pop that stays on that way. So I'll leave that to dry for a few moments. While that's drying, we will make our applicator. So we've got 4 what do we call these, petals left on our large daisy punch, and I'm going to cut the petal off at the petal, just like so, and that's all the bit we need. So if you're making it, you've got a few to do, that's the way to do it. So we're going to then just pop a bit of tape down the middle of the applicator handle and pop that onto, I've put it on the right hand side. It's up to you, you might want it on the left hand side. There's no right or wrong on that. So then we're going to bring in our petal leaf punch, and I'm going to punch out just the one leaf in the top. Now again, this was not my idea, I did see this done, so I don't like not giving credit where credit's due, but I really don't remember the name of the lady that did them. So I'm going to, we've done the little leaf, so we're going to cut this off straight at the bottom here, and we're just going to round this edge a tiny bit so that it doesn't have a point on it. There we go, just like that. And again, I'm going to pop this, I'm going to actually, I think this time I'm going to pop it up on a dimension. I've got a couple of these little ones here, so I'm going to pop it up on a dimension to give it a bit of dimension. But you can do it flat if you wish, which I had done on the others, but this one I think I'm going to do it up a little bit. So there's our applicator here. So now we're going to bring in our, oh excuse me, I have an itchy nose still, our glimmer paper. So I'm going to cut out 6 1-inch circles, 1 in each colour. as I said before, if you've only got white, that's fine. You can colour them with your blender pens, it will colour. But I had all this here and I think, well, what's the use of having it if you're not going to use it? So I have my 6 colours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these onto here, like so. And when I'm happy with where they are and the order they're in, I'm just then going to pull one off at a time, and I'm going to just put a bit of runner tape on the back of them and then glue them back down. If you've got wet glue, which I haven't got any here, you can use that too. Oops. I just think it's such a lovely project for schoolgirls, or in this case, these are my workmates, and we have worked together for the past 30 years, some of us. So it's going to be nice just to give them a little something, because they always love my cards anyway. So that's our inside done. Now this is dry, so we can then put some double-sided tape on the back of this, which I will put 3 pieces, one down the middle and one on the other end. Don't worry if, like me, you've gone over the edge, because we can just burnish that down, and then when we lift these up like so, we can then just turn this one back over onto itself. And then making sure our words are up the correct way, we will pop this onto the inside, and just I will turn on its side just to make sure it goes down nice and neatly. And there's the inside of our little compact. How gorgeous is this looking? So let's just push that down a tiny bit, and I've got some gems here, and these are not Stampin' Up gems, I must admit, 100%, but they were in my stash. So it's a big pearl I'm going to pop in the middle here, and then I have some little diamante ones that I will pop on either side of this. And that one on that side, and there you go. Well, how gorgeous is this? I mean, in the dark colour it doesn't really show up real well, or on that angle it does, but there you go. I've done a nice pink one, which was Flirty Flamingo. This is an old colour, this is a very old colour, and same with this one, like a really magenta colour. They're very old colours, so I think they're gorgeous. I've got 3 more to make, so that's my project for this week. If you would like to purchase any of the products used in this, I can't say all of the products, the papers that were used in this, or the glimmer paper, which would be the white one, which is actually being retired at the end of the year, at the end of the catalogue, so which is sad to see. I don't know why, because people love glimmer paper. So, but if you would like to purchase these, or if you want the written tutorial, please go to my Facebook group, which will be listed below in the box below. So I'm hoping that some of you would like to join me. It's free. Everything there is free. My tutorials all handwritten. Well, they're all written by me, and they're all photographed by me. So, but if you would like any of these things, just give me a call. I'd love to help you, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.